Hi everybody, this is Lynn from Creative Concept Crafts with this week's project, which is the Tiffany Floral collection. This is a flower in 3 parts and I've done it in 4 sizes. And this time, instead of using glitter card, which I've used for the last couple of collections, I decided to get out the glitter pot. So we have the 4 sizes and the 4 leaf sizes that tie with them. This leaf is actually one that's in, well, a similar one is in Canvas Workspace, but I have actually sized and tweaked it and put my magic into it as well to include it in the collection. So I've also done the skeleton, which I'm quite fond of. I think it gives a nice effect when you're adding it to a project. So we're going to start off with the 3 different parts. There's the filled in base part, there's the skeleton overlay, and then there's the center panel. Okay, so we're going to start off with the shaping on the base flower. If you look at it, it's split into 8 petals. And what we're going to do is to bend each alternate petal downwards. So there's going to be 4 that will bend downwards. Don't bend them down too much on this part because this will be attached to whatever project you're going to put it onto, be it a card or a box or whatever. And then I'm going to turn it upside down and bend the other 4 petals in between in the opposite direction. So we're going to end up with 4 petals facing up and 4 petals facing downwards. Okay, so now we're ready to get out the glitter pot. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my glue pot actually. I live in Spain and I don't know if I've told you the story before, but I have trouble more cost-wise for postage in getting supplies from other parts of the world. So I tend to try and source whatever I can locally, and I'll use stuff that I've got in the home as well. So this is actually a hair dye bottle plus a nozzle from a printer refill, which has a long nozzle that my husband actually chopped off to about 1/2 inch long. That pops on the end of the bottle. Absolutely great, and it is superb for fine, if you've got fine die cuts or anything like that, it's really great for fine glitter work or gluing, whatever. If you're putting dies onto a card and you've got really fine bits, it's superb. So what I'm doing is just gluing round the edges of the 4 upward facing petals at the minute. If you look, I've separated the up bit from the down bit so you don't stick the 2 together. I did try it a bit flatter and everything got all glued up together, so it's easier to do some upwards and some downwards. We can carry on. Okay, so that's the first part done. I'm just moving the pieces away to sprinkle the glitter. Just tap off the excess. And then we can take hold and do the other part. And again, I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing, but on the lower petals this time, just gluing around the edges, just a fine line all the way around. So turning round so that we can get hold of the last 2 petals. Just tipping right round the edges. And now add in the glitter. Why is it that glitter gets in every corner on everything? You end up looking like a glitter fairy by the time you've finished, isn't it? There we go. So that one's ready to go. Just leave it to dry now while I'm preparing the other pieces. So we go on to the skeleton petal. This time I'm just glittering the whole lot. So again, it's a fine line, and this tip is absolutely perfect for just glittering through. Do half of it approximately, and then dip it in the glitter, and then we can do the other half. So because I've already got glitter down, I'm just going to tip it upside down and just rub it in. Saves having to tip more. Turn it round now, and we can get the remainder. The weight I've used here, it's a linen type cardstock, I would say, probably 170, 180 gram for this particular card. Now moving on to the central piece, and there's like little ball edges to the whole of this piece, and what I'm going to do is just pop dots of glue on each one. There's one or two, so I'll take a minute with this bit. Again, I'll do half of it. Tip it upside down again. And then holding it in the centre, we can finish off the last pieces. This one, this one piece looks like an icicle when it's done like this. And done in white or this pale blue would be beautiful for Christmas cards. And there we go. So all we need to do now is remove the glitter pot, get rid of the glitter, and we're good to start gluing the flower together. In comes my upturned old computer mouse pad, which it's a little bit battle scarred with hot glue, but hey ho, it does the job. So I've just pressed in the centre of the main part of the flower, because that skeleton is going to sit over the top and down onto the lower petals. So what I'm doing is just putting a little bit of hot glue towards the edge of the downward facing petals. So there's 4 to go. Be careful, don't do like I do and get hold of the hot glue and youch yet again. So the last couple of petals. And we're going to pop it down. Get rid of all the stringy bits. I'm just going to lift that over the top, and it's going to sit, the inward part of the skeleton drops down onto the lower part of that leaf. So I'll try and lift it up here. I think you can probably just about see where it's sitting, and get rid of the stringing to stop. So there we go. It's just the inward part that sits to the outer part of the petal. So it's every alternate one, and just push down. Now we just need to add the centre part. I'm going to get the trusty ball tool out here just to shape that up a little bit. And while I'm at it, shape the flower a little bit too. Put a little bit of hot glue into the centre of the top of it. And line up so that the longest part of the top is in between the petal. So it's extending beyond. The long pieces are in between those upward facing petals. All we have to do now is just add a gem into the middle. These I've got some, they're like an opalescent pearl gem. I love these. They are actually sticky, but I always add a little bit of hot glue just to make sure that they don't come off. So we've just to add that. And our flower is now good to go. Thank you everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the video. See you all again soon. Bye for now.